In this video, we're going to set up a route. In the last video, we set up a program, a gold program, and now we're going to set up a gold route on XBED Manager. So first thing to do is to click on the routes header here on the left, and underneath that there's the routes form for entering data, and then underneath that there is the all routes report, and then a map-based report which shows you where the routes are. Okay, so start off by clicking on the form, and we're gonna enter in a route which is in the Cairngorms. I like to give a reference number to routes to help me stay organized. So this one is 405, which is 4 meaning a 4-day expedition, and it's in the Cairngorms, and the title of it is the Cairngorms Circular. And this, in the next field here, we've got wild country. So we're going to tick that because the Cairngorms is a wild country area. By ticking that, when we add this route to an event, to an expedition record, which we'll do in the next video, the expedition will end up in a green form report, which is here. So these are all the expeditions that will require green forms, and the expeditions end up in this list because we have ticked that tick box. So we'll start again. 405. It's in a wild country area, and then in this next field we're going to give it a short description. So this one is we're going to go from Reindeer Center, Glenmore, through Ladygru, then to Linothy, then north up Glenderry to the Fords of Anne, then back to Glenmore via Riven Pass. Okay. Number of days is 4. Who's it suitable for? So in this sense, it's suitable for gold, I would say. And then in here we can put route notes. So the kind of information we could put in here is that we could put ample parking at start and finish for minibus. We could put all camps or wild camps by streams and rivers. We could put contact estate at estatename.org for landowner. So it might be the Athol estate or whatever. So you could put the contact details of landowners that you might need to notify. So route information goes in there, route notes. And then in here you would write your supervision plan. And you could do day 1 and then talk about hazards. So principal hazard is a high ground at Ladygru Pass at 800 meters. Risk of bad weather. Close supervision may be needed if weather is is bad. And then you could put areas of nav error. And in this case, view areas of nav error, especially ones on the open hill. Risk of nav error through Glenmore Forest at start. So you can be specific about the points at which there is a nav error, there's a risk of a navigational error, and you can put grid references down for that. And again, you can put grid references down for specific hazard points as well, like river crossings. And so you can put a lot of detail in there, organized by day. It's, obviously it's a good amount of work to put that in, but once you've done it once, that information is carried through to every event that uses this route. So you're only going to be writing this once. Once the information is carried through to the event, you can tweak it and change it a bit as necessary. Okay, so supervision plan goes in there. This field is for putting in sunset and sunrise times, so you can get that from the web. So here I've got sunset times for Aviemore. And all you need to do is that'll come through as a hyperlink, and you can click on it and you can change the date to the date of the expedition to get the sunset and sunrise times. Email. So this is for sending. This is a field for sending your report to an individual. So I'm going to put an email address in there. This field here, the address field, this is to make the routes map work. So this is the address of the start point. So I'm going to put the Reindeer Center in here, and lat and long coordinates going in the bottom there. Okay, now we're going to put a map and route card in. So click this upload file here. There we go. And we're going to add a GPX file in. And you're going to need to put in GPX files for each of the 4 days of this route. So you complete all 4 of them. Now moving down, we've got the route details subform. And this is needed to make the green form work. So click Add New in the subform and click on this milestone field. Put Start. And then we're going to put the start location, Reindeer Center, and we're going to put the grid reference. There we go. Now moving along to the right here, we've got journeying time, activity time, distance, height gain, supervision notes. But in this first row, we just have start, the start location, and the start grid reference. Add another row. So this is night 1. And this is Riverside Camp in Ladygrew. Let me put a grid reference in here. And now we put in the journeying time. So I'm just going to, for the sake of argument, I'm going to just make up these times. So journeying time, 5 hours. Activity time, 3 hours. Distance, 14.5k. Height gain is 600 meters. And supervision notes, supervisor notes where the supervisor is going to be. I put in vicinity of expedition group. That goes in automatically. You can change that, but that goes in automatically. Then we've got night 2. This is going to be Riverside Camp near Linifty. Let me put in the grid reference for that. Put in the distance and height gain. This is an easier day, less height gain. Then we've got night 3. And then we've got finish. And this is going to be a camp near the Fords of Anne. And this is going to be us back at the Reindeer Centre at the end. And then obviously this information would go in as well. Okay, and that's us done. So click submit. And we go to the routes report. And there we go. There's the route that we've just put in. And here's all the detailed information. The short route description, the route notes, the supervision plan, the route details subform, the map and route cards, and the GPX files are going to be in here as well. Okay, and we'll have a look at one or two of these other ones. So here's a silver route, 304 Trossachs silver route, Trossachs circular silver route. And I've put it's wild country again. It's 3 days, suitable for a silver, but maybe for a gold practice route, it might be suitable for that as well. Lots of detailed information in here about supervision arrangements. And we've got all the GPX files in there as well. If we go to this report here, the route map, it shows you where all the routes are in Scotland, across the UK, wherever they might be. So here's the Trossachs one, and it tells you in this little box what DV level it might be suitable for, and from there you can click on it and you can open that report. Okay, now let's just go back to the report that we just did, 405 Cairngorms Circular, and we'll go into edit. And remember, we put this email address in here. Okay, that's for sending the report through to somebody. So we send it to somebody by clicking that button there, email routes report. And now that report, together with the maps and route cards and GPX files, is on its way to the person that you put the email address down for. When you open it back up, Go into edit. Oh, I've just heard it ping. So that's the email report come through. And there we go. That's the report come through. Yeah, so when you open up the record again, you'll see the email box is now empty, and that happens automatically. So you might want to send it to somebody else. You put the email address in, you save it by pressing submit, and then you press send email routes report. It sends it, and then it empties out that email field. What else can you do? Okay, so we can make up that report that's been emailed through looks like this. So if we click on this report here, the Trossachs Silver, and go print summary. It's going to generate a report. This is what the report looks like. Okay, so that's the report that gets emailed through to the person in that emails field. So that's how you set up a Roots report. In the next user guide video for Exped Manager, we're going to be setting up an event, an expedition.